You return to the place where it hurt. Not because you want to suffer, but because your mind whispers, "This is familiar. This is safe." And at that moment, you begin to understand that everything you were taught about psychology, happiness, and relationships was a lie. You think avoiding pain is a natural instinct, but the truth is, your brain is drawn to it, longing for repetition, longing for familiar emotional noise, longing for what destroys you, but feels familiar. Our mind loves pain, and here's why. You grew up believing that logic is stronger than emotion, that you just need to think positive, that you need to let go of the past. But this old philosophy doesn't work. Not because you're weak, but because your brain is wired differently. Your nervous system is like an old house. It chooses not what's best for you, but what's long been familiar. And if the familiar emotion, pain, anxiety, or rejection, will pull you back, even when you try to escape, this is the first insight. The familiar pain is stronger than the new freedom. Imagine a relationship where you constantly feel insecure, where every message is a test, where you wake up every time asking, "Do you really need me?" You don't leave because you love someone. You stay because your mind chooses predictable chaos over unknown silence. This is the habit frame. The brain doesn't seek happiness, it seeks repetition. You don't become attached to a person. You become attached to the emotional scenario they trigger within you. A scenario that's familiar from childhood, from past relationships, from old wounds. And here's the second insight. Emotional memory is stronger than rational choice. You may know in your head that the person is toxic. You may see that the relationship is falling apart. But inside you, the same old wave rises. Come back. Try again. Maybe now things will be different, but that's not love. That's your brain clinging to repetition, to the old habit of pain, to the familiar taste of suffering. Now comes the third insight. The mind confuses pain with meaning. Remember how you react when someone ignores you, when someone who was important to you suddenly goes silent. At that moment, your brain says, "If it hurts this much, it must be important." And you start chasing after what's causing you pain. Paradox. You're not drawn to a person. You're drawn to the feeling they evoke, to that surge of dopamine, anxiety, hope, pain. Psychology calls this an energetic hook. Philosophy is an illusion of significance. Life is a thinking error. And here's the fourth insight. Pain is the mind's way of feeling in control. You're suffering. It means you're still in the game. You're worried. It means you're still connected. You're afraid of losing. It means there's something to lose. This is an illusion that keeps millions of people stuck in broken relationships and empty expectations. But here's the important thing. You don't have to play by these rules. You can break the cycle. Replace the habit of pain with the habit of peace. Change the emotional script you've been living in for years. Your mind is flexible. Your thinking is teachable. Your emotions are not a death sentence. You can choose yourself. And this isn't philosophy. This is neuropsychology. This is a new way of communicating with your own brain. This is the moment when you stop being a hostage to old habits. Because the darkest truth is this: you don't like pain. You've simply lived with it for too long, and now you have a chance to see it, to understand it, and to change what seemed unbreakable. Your mind reaches for pain, but your strength is to reach for freedom. And when you finally recognize the old script, it stops controlling you. Remember this phrase. It will live in your head for a long time. You don't have to suffer just because your mind is used to it.